What is up, legends? We are back. Excuse me, and we're back in Browndust. So I want to talk about the dev notes. And I felt I would do this while I'm grinding because I don't really have anything else to do right now. All the content is kind of done. I wish I could go back to the boss fights and show you how to beat boss fights with different characters, but you can't do that. So essentially all I can really do is just farm and grind and level up characters while I can, because I think they're going to be taking some of that away from us soon. I'll put you here. You don't need to be up there. Real quick. I guess I can just do that. And or I could do this. Nah, just let them hard beat. No reason to. Yeah. All right. So the devs put out notes yesterday that I didn't even have to really try that hard with this. Nope. We're actually leveling up Miss Rao there. All right, so we're gonna leave you standing there right now. Some will probably run into me. Hopefully it's not the big ugly thing. Have to pay attention. All right, so hello, this is the Browndust dev team. It has been a long since we previous dev developer notes came out last week, but we have posted dev notes again because we want to quickly inform you of improvements. The part of the game that we're talking about is the repetitive content fatigue, improving the performance in the early stages of 5-star costumes and packages. So it's interesting when it comes to that, because essentially what happens is that 5 stars are they're being overshadowed by the 3 or 4 stars because of the simple fact you don't actually even need to focus that hard on them. You can use the 3 and 4 stars for the most part almost completely exclusively and do every bit of content in the game. Did I not put it on auto? I didn't. So now I'm gonna get hit. Rip. There we go. And I think that's a cool thing, but it's also cool that they want to make the 5 stars better. So there's nothing wrong with that, per se. It's kind of too late for the content that we have right now because most of the people like me have already done everything now. So we just chilling and we building characters at this point, which is cool, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's good that they want to take the emphasis on actually, coming in and doing what they need to do. So many people sent their opinions regarding the fatigue of today's quest, daily missions, weekly missions, and the fatigue from repetitive content play. We agree with the fact that it's putting the burden on users who enjoy Browndust too, so we decided to make additional improvements below. In addition, we are reviewing the balance between the performance of 5-star character costumes so that they will be suitable for the most powerful grade characters and costumes. And lastly, we are listening to opinions about the premium monthly package and other package products, and we're preparing the product sections. All right, so this last one, dev team, because I know they watch, your packs suck. Like, the store sucks in general. It's the weakest part of the game. As weird as that is to sound, to say, there's literally nothing for people to actually buy that's interesting. I mean, like, we agreed that we don't want pay to win, but there needs to be something for the people to actually pay for. And it's literally just this, and this, and then if you want to buy currency. Like, there's literally nothing else. Which, let's do both sides of the argument. The one side of the argument is if you put stuff like trade skill stuff, then people are going to consider that pay to win. But on the other hand, people who want to pay for something are going to spend that. If you put like $5-10 packs, that's going to add up, and that's going to make you capital to put more content out faster. So you got to put like a balance in between. see me being, as a press person looking, and I'm looking at it like, okay, you don't want to make it too pay to win, but you do want to have something be pay to win because you need to pay the bills. That's just the reality of the situation. Now, I know people be upset about that, but how do you think they're gonna keep the server on? They obviously had to upgrade the server for as many people that we had to be on. There was a big success. They had to get that rollback. They finally got that rollback big server to allow us all on here without lagging. It's still a little bit glitchy, but it's better than what it was before. And that costs money, so they have to charge for something. So they're going to have to start getting more of these skins out and do it a little bit faster. They're going to have to start getting more packs out there. I know as soon as they do that, people are like, look at all these packs, just pay to win. Oh my God, like why can't just play it for free? Think about that for a second. Like like nothing in life, regardless of whatever you think, is ever free to play. It can give you the illusion of that, and I think that's the problem. When people see and hear free to play, they naturally think that free to play forever. I never got to do nothing. You're going to pay for something, whether it be time to watch an ad or you're going to get some money swiped or something like that. Nothing's ever free. It's just, and nothing that can ever really truly be free in this world. This world just isn't like that. So you have to understand that and be a little bit lenient and allow them to start doing things like these packs, because I already know what's going to happen. At the minute they do that, people are going to start complaining. They're going to start trying to review bomb and call it pay to win. I'm putting it out there to get that idiocy out of here immediately, because they got to do something. Like, where you expecting to make money from? Everybody going to be buying the premium pass? Like, that's not going to happen. All right, so going down here, you see the daily missions right here. So it's going from defeat the enemy battle 1 time. Weekly missions is going down from 15 to 5 times, which is interesting. And season pass goes from today's 16 times to 1 time. That's a big jump on the season pass right there. And then we have right here the mirror AP, which the mirror war AP was extremely weird to begin with. So charge 1 every 15 seconds, and now it's going to be max charge 40, which is going to allow a whole hell of a lot of PvP. That allows us to build currency. So even if you lose, it's going to end up being better. All right, just down. With the buff changes, players no longer have to wait for the charging time. In addition, blood cocktails purchased through the diamond separately for the charges. I believe the rice stuff, well, they're going to address that anyway. For example, if you purchase 10 blood cocktails, consuming for all 40 cocktails, and you only use 5 of them, 40 blood cocktails will still be charged at whatever the time that is, KST. And you can play the mirror war a total of 45 times. It changes the regeneration of objects and monsters. Currently, the time of each regenerating monster is different and forces the players to play repeatedly. Accordingly, the overall regeneration time, we changed to 1 regeneration time based on 22 hours, and we will adjust the amount of rewards per time to appropriate amount to reduce the burden of the overall playtime. Now, it's kind of strange. I don't know whether this is going to be a nerf or a help, because out in the world, it works perfectly fine like this, unless they don't want us out here doing this. Like maybe they mad we free leveling and getting free gold. That's to the point where this stuff just isn't going to come back anymore. It's not saying that they're going to completely stop doing that, but that could be the case. I wouldn't see any reason to do something like that, though, because this takes time, and it takes time and dedication. It gives you something to do, and you feel kind of satisfied because you can money grind like this. You can EXP grind. You can basically take any character that you want and level up those characters. So there's really no reason for them to nerf and kind of lower this. Now, regular field monster. Now, see, they didn't. Looking at this right now, current within 1 minute. See, that is a nerf. When you look at it, Regular field monster within 1 minute, which is what happens right now. The reward is improved, which how much of the reward is improved? Like, what you gonna double it and then it just never come back for the day? That don't do that. Like, don't. There's no reason to do something like that. Don't do that. Uh, Talent skill steal 24 hours. Regeneration after 24 hours. Skill search 1 hour. I like. Why would you? Do they not want us to play the game? That's what it seems like with this. That you just don't want us to play the game after that. You just want us to come in for 20 minutes. So which could be the case because that's what these are mobile games and they're designed to be on the go. And you're supposed to play like maybe a half hour to an hour. That's what this feels like right now. Like y'all spending too much time in the game and too much stress on the server. Log out. Log out. We don't want you grinding all day. That's what this really feels like. And then the still thing, the same reward. Y'all didn't even buff it. The reward improved got to be big. It has to be big. Like you have to make it worth going to everything in the world and clearing out the world and the monsters so we get some use out of it. It needs to be big. Like it doesn't need to be like double of whatever it is right now, and then you don't see the monsters no more because you just. I'll literally be done with this stuff in like 10 to 20 minutes. That's not helping. So. However, if the above changes are made, it may inconvenient tutor all packs once a day. I'm not exactly sure what that means. We're all also aware of this and will continue to add content systems to improve the inconvenience in the future. Now, speaking of adding content systems, when we're done with content, there's literally nothing to do. So what I'm hoping that they essentially will do is they will add the seasonal content I was talking about in the previous video, which allows us to actually build resources and get currency and everything else like this, which is usually what special events do. And special events kind of like bridge the gap and give you time to actually do like story add-on and stuff like that because there's no renewable resources in this game right now. There's no renewable ways of actually getting currency to summon. Right now, once you're done with the content, you're just done with the content. And like that's problematic. So there needs to be something renewable. It needs to be some type of system renewable because I don't even think PvP really does that either. So there's like no way to really do it right now. So that's a major content hole right there. Now, one way they could do it is allowing us to farm out in the world, which is what I'm currently doing right now. And it have an opportunity to drop items and have an opportunity like you could put the world bosses out there, which there are some world bosses in the game right now. They're kind of strong and ridiculous and stuff like that. But I've seen people just run around beating them, so it's possible. The monster respawn time above does not apply to hunting grounds and path of adventure that consume rice, the same as before. But this is still bad. Like, I don't understand the point of change other than you just don't want us to be in the game. The reduction of rice and end costs July 6. The purchase method of rice sold in the store will be changed from step-by-step increased price to single price method. I would lower the cost of the rice. I just would. As a result, it may be changed so that you can purchase it 10 times at the price of the first level. That's I needed to. That's a good choice. In addition, the end recovery cost will drastically lower the burden of HP recovery yet, because that's why I said don't accept death and just reset the game. like just if you feel that you're gonna die on the last character, just cut the game off and then come back in again. If like whatever, you just close the game out. Just don't even accept it. 5-star character adjustment. Like so far this is okay except for the world change. Like this right here y'all didn't need to mess with, because this is renewable. And you don't even have to do anything. You could have just left this alone and buffed how much it drops. to stop it altogether. Like, yeah, I hope you have something to replace it, because this is a bad game design decision. Like, I just hope you have something to replace it, devs. Like, don't be a Street Fighter Duel and be making new moves out here over and over again, because that's a new move. All right, let's head over here. Character balance adjustments, costume, basic performance, and 5-star characters will be upgraded in an order which increases satisfaction with costume acquisition, which is nice. The basic performance has been increased. The SP effect has been given enhancing +1. Will be included in basic performance of this costume. That's actually really good. That's a good buff on 5-star stuff to make it cost less. The +5 stats of a costume will also be increased. That's also pretty good too. Through this adjustment, we tried to expand the range of deck composition. They noticed that everybody using the same thing, basically. By supplementing the basic performance of the 5-star character, which felt somewhat underused compared to the highly enhanced costumes of 3 and 4 stars. The SP -1 effect, which was given enhancing +1, will be given to the first acquisition of the 5-star to reduce the burden of using. We want to preserve the value of the 5-star characters by improving their relatively low basic performance compared to the 3 and 4-star costumes. This is addressing it, and that's a good fix, but again, the problem with the 5-star characters is we have no way of actually really duping them outside of paying for more currency to summon, because there's no renewable currency in the game. That's why there's such a big pressure. Y'all wouldn't even have had to actually do like the -1 thing is great. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to even complain about that, but you wouldn't have to actually had to do that if we could summon. If we could summon, we would have been able to get dupes or get stuff like that. The problem is we don't have enough currency. That's the major problem. This is a band-aid. It's a good band-aid, but this is a band-aid. The problem is we don't have the currency to actually summon to get the dupes right now. I've been relatively lucky for the most part and have been getting, some pretty good stuff on characters. My 3 and 4 stars are pretty good right now without actually having to spend anything, but I have no currency to do anything else. There's literally nothing else for me to do right now. I've done everything that I could possibly do. I'm just logging in to do dailies at this point. And then maybe try to eke my way through hard mode and slowly build up my gear so I can handle a hard mode a little bit better, like on my DPS and stuff like that. And that's slow because, again, no renewable currency, no renewable resources where I could just go and grind and do stuff outside of what I'm doing right now that you are taking away from everybody now. Bad game design decision. Bad. like I don't know what else to even say about, like, you see, like what I just did right now. This is essentially what I do. I go and do this, and the reason why this is safe right now is because I am actually fighting this, and then I leave it there and like go do something else. Because I did that, the monster refreshes outside in the world. If there's a creeping monster, it can't walk to you because it can't officially move until you are out actually in the field moving. So you essentially could do this, basically, and then while whatever I'm doing, like if I'm like literally doing a video like I'm doing right now, and then once I hit exit, you're on top of the monster already, so you just immediately go back into the fight. So it's like, it's a manual passive type of thing, and there's nothing wrong with this. It's not even server loads. I don't interesting dev choice. Not a good one, an interesting one. The balance of 3 and 4 star costumes is maintained. Information of the packages. They're just saying that. So it's just a buff of the 5 stars. No nerf in the 3 and 4 stars, which is good. That's a good dev decision. Information on new package sales and premium monthly sales reflected respectively. New package sales on notice is 6. 2 new limited special dash packages will be added on the 6th update. Products will continue to be added in the future. As many users have given opinions on such, we plan to offer careful consideration so you could choose a product appropriately. Detailed composition we provided on the guide at the 6th. All right. So here's the thing. I'm going to be on top of a monster now, which is going to be problematic. Oh, no. Good. Here's what I would do with this. Since we are lacking, we're lacking in trade skill stuff, there's no reason why you can't have a trade skill pack. There's no reason. There's no reason why you can't have a food pack. No reason you can't have skin packs. Now, the problem with skin packs is that's related to power. And you have to limit that. Like, you definitely have to limit that. You can have skin in the month. Just one. Don't wild out and put like 8. like, don't do that. Just one. Like, skin in the month, have it up there. It can rotate. You can even do skin of the week. That sounds so bad. But you can do skin of the week. And that would be perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. Because it's just one. And nobody gonna care if somebody spent $50 for one dedicated character skin that you can only do once a month, like grats. Like, if somebody can get lucky and summon it, and for free. So that, to me, that's fine if you're looking to generate sales. The same thing with trade skills, because there's nowhere for us to actually farm it or grind it. Like, as I said, there's no system, no seasonal system, which is usually like a collab or whatever the event is for a 2-week span, and then you rotate to the next event or something like that. You got to have stuff like that. And there needs to be a system outside of that, like going out in the world and getting resources, which we don't have, or an idle component, which we don't have either. There's no idle component in this as well, which usually helps out with that type of situation. And you build up the idle component, it gets stronger according to how far you are and stuff. Like, you don't need to make it an idle game, but you do need an idle component to help feed, so people can actually play the game. Because the way that these notes are looking, you just don't want us out farming like that, which probably is a server load thing, which, okay, but I still don't agree with that, considering that you don't have anything to replace it. Unless there's something here that I didn't see. I don't see anything here. Right here, this is just, normal stuff right here that we're going through. But we'll get to it. Okay, so other improvements are being prepared. I'd like to tell you about to try to improve the game as fast as we can. We'll do our best to quickly and inform you of development direction frequently. We would also like to give news on the awaiting content updates. The new character pack Exodus will be added. Cool. This story, Gray managed a small idol office. Nice, more idol waifus. Escaping from the old shopping mall that has gone out of power with Helena, Eleanor, and Seer idols. Nice. Who work hard to achieve their dreams. So those are all characters who are probably coming in with new skins for them. Seer is actually not that bad. We'll continue to learn from our users and improve the game. I'd like to say thank you to everybody. This is all great, except for the open world change. The open world change doesn't make any sense, and I didn't see anything here that's going to replace that. Like, so hopefully when they see this, they realize that there's a major gap in their plan that doesn't make any sense. Because normally what ends up happening is that devs are within their bubble. And it has to be somebody from outside the bubble, us, looking in and saying, well, this don't look like a good plan, to actually make stuff change and, be for the better. So I hope that they realize that we have no renewable content right now, and that the one renewable content that we have, you're basically taking it away for whatever reason. That's a bad game design decision. It just is. So I will catch you guys next video. see you guys soon, and hopefully they planned something for that or got something planned to actually address that, or hopefully when they see this video they'll be like, oh, well damn, and do something about it. So peace.
Thank you, Legends, for getting to the end of the video. We do 3 to 4 videos every day. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be first in notification squad. I love everybody who stops by, and I will see you next video. Peace.